Hello, welcome to Lord Havoc's Marvel Champions custom content stream extravaganza. For this episode, I am looking at a custom hero. New custom hero. Batman 66. It doesn't say Batman 66 up here because that would be a silly name for the hero, but it is Batman 66, I assure you. Based off the Adam West Batman TV show. It's made by Roko Ran, or Super TNT 73, as known on the Creator Spotlight. I'm very proud to call him a friend, and excited to be playing this character. He actually showed me this character in the very early stages of development, and I was very excited for this. Grew up watching the show, of course. It's very dear to my heart. As part of the setup, it actually comes with 6 Nemesis sets, all based off of a villain from the show. Joker, Riddler, Mr. Freeze, Catwoman, Penguin, and Egghead, which is pretty exciting stuff. So I'm going to roll. You get to choose which one. I'm just going to randomly roll. 6, the Egghead. Very exciting. Vincent Price. Always happy for that. Always happy for that. We've got Kaj and Super TNT in the chat. Hello, gents. Appreciate it. Hello, Lord Havoc. We'll watch later. I have to go to work. Okay, no problem at all. Thank you very much. Alright, now it doesn't come with a pre-built deck, so I had to build one. So I built one in Justice. It's just a very basic, standard sort of Justice deck. There's no razzle dazzle. Love the art. Love it. Straight off the bat, love the art and the Biff Bam Pow business. Brilliant. Straight off the bat, brilliant. Another thing to note is it actually comes with one of its cards is very clearly designed for multiplayer. Holy Hot Potato. Max 1 per phase. Force response. After this card enters your hand, take 1 damage. Hero action. Put this card onto another player's hand. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. Because it's the whole trying to get rid of the bomb thing. Brilliant picture. The whole deal. So what he's put on the insert here. Solo power. Feel free to substitute card 2. Holy Hot Potato. With card 2A, 2B or 2C. Or dupe a copy of one other Batman event in its place instead. Obviously, you would only do that in TTS. But here are the other cards that you get as options. Batgirl and Commissioner Gordon. Batgirl with a very obvious Purple Rain inspired motorbike, which is pretty cool. But Commissioner Gordon here as well. So these are the 2 cards that you can choose. So. And there's a third one, the third option, which is the one that I actually did choose, which I now can't remember which one I grabbed. I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you when it comes up. Which I think is a pretty cool idea. I think it's an interesting idea. It's like, well, hey, this is not really of much value. I mean, it's not bad. 0, and you get 0. Put this card into another. I mean, when you get it, you get a damage, but then you put it to another card and deal damage to an enemy. You know, it's fine. It's perfectly fine, but not really in solo play. So, which is quite like it's inventive, I think, saying, hey, here's some alternatives, which I think work. And it also comes with these 3 cards, and I'm actually not too sure what these cards do. They say that they are linked, so I can only assume that there is side schemes in the deck because I didn't look. In previously, so assume there are side schemes that come out and get you these cards. So We'll see how it goes. So I'll put these cards away. Chuck the nemesises that I didn't use away. Put those in there. Put those in there. Put those in there. I'll keep those there because I assume it'll have to use. Because there's justice. What a surprise. Hey now! There's no need for that. That's right. I know you said it with love. So, yeah, let's have a look at Bruce Wayne. 3 rec, civilian genius. Shuffle your nemesis set into the encounter deck. Draw 3 cards. Wow. What? Shuffle your nemesis set into the encounter deck. Draw 3 cards. So you don't even have to shadow the past it. It just happens immediately. Okay. Alright. Let's do it. So, shuffle the entire nemesis set in. Alright. Let's do it. Oh, a bit too small. Gotta go to the resizer. Okay. And draw 3 cards. Oh, I'm not even sitting down yet. Better sit down somewhere. So the draw thing works. Give it a shuffle just so there's no cheating, and get 3 cards. Wait, does that mean I then don't get my hand size? Wait. Have fun with him, Havoc. I'll try to watch later, even if it's DC. Okay, cool, thanks. I don't like that at all. Set up. Shuffle your nemesis into the encounter deck. Draw 3 cards. At what point does that happen? Have I already drawn my hand first? If you haven't already drawn your hand, and you then just draw another 3 cards, that is not good. I mean, there's no benefit to putting the nemesis set in there. I don't get it. Setup happens after you draw your initial hand. Yeah, that has to be. Yeah, you have to be right, Cash. You have to be right. Ryko Ran knows what he's doing. So I think I should already have had my 6 cards. And then I get another 3 cards. That's what I think happens. Which is the same thing when you go grab your weapons and all that sort of crap, right? You got heroes that have got weapons and stuff. Yeah, setup happens after that. Yeah, I'm absolutely. I think you're right. I'm sure that's it. Philanthropist response: after you change to this form, remove a status card in play. Excellent. The Batman side: 1, 2, 2. Bat Family, Cape Crusader response: after you play an attack or thwart event, remove 1 threat from a scheme. If that card has a POW or BOF, does that say BOF? A POW or BOF sound effect on it. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Kind of an altered version of Gore. Love it. Absolutely love it. 10 hit points. Got my hand. Okay, here's one of the side scheme. It has to be. To the Batcave. Look at that. That looks sick. Quickly, Dick. There's no time to lose. Love it. While to the Batcave is in the victory display, Batman and Robin get +1 thwart. When defeated, put the set-aside Batcave support into play. Each player may change their form. There you go, see? There you go. They're rewards for the side schemes. I knew it. I knew it. That's great. Loved it. Alright, let's do it. I'm going to Strength to put in Ingenuity. I'm going to... I'm playing Claw. Should have done all this crap. Until I get it. Should have discarded till I got a minion. Discard till we get a minion. Should have done all this. I was too excited. Too eager to play Batman. we go. Doesn't do his surge, which is good. 6, 3. Yep, cool. Alright, that's all done. So yeah, put in Genius. Now what have I got? Let's put an Overwatch on that. Actually, there's no threat on there, so what's the point of that? Actually, no, I won't do that. I don't need to do that. What do we got? Batman gets +1 thwart after you play a thwart event. Place a serve counter here. Okay, Alfred. Exhaust Alfred. Search the dark card cards there for an identity specific card added to your hand. Okay. And then everything else we need. Alright, well, let's put Batcave in. Actually, I will Overwatch because I'm going to put Batcave in. It's 4. And then I'm going to Overwatch on that. Yeah. Yeah. Then I'm going to flip to Batman and use one way or another. Searching hand deck for a side scheme. So I get to search for it, right? Okay. Put that one in. 1, 2, 3. And then place one additional there. Which is fine. And then draw 3 cards. Wait, gotta shuffle this so there's no cheating. And then draw 3 cards. Okay, what a start. What a start. One way or another, but I can't use it because you're going to use 1 per round. So I'm going to use Genius to give me Ironheart. And then give me that. I'm going to use Bat Hand 10 and one way or another to pay for Justice. Remove 4 threat because I used a mental. So I'm going to remove 4 from here. And then I'm going to remove 4 from here. To clear that. From Overwatch. Get my Overwatch back. And then this goes in the victory display. While it's in the victory display, I get +1 thwart, and when defeated, put the set-aside Batcave support into play. Each player may change their form. So I'm going to get the Batcave. I may change my form. Oh wait, after you play an attack or thwart event, which I just did, remove one threat from a scheme. So, remove it off there. Okay, so I can change my form if I want. If I do, what is the benefit to that? Schemes? Yeah, let's use this to pay for Alfred, and I will change my form. After you change this form, remove a status card in play. There aren't any. But I will trigger Batcave. I'll put this down here. Wait, first I'm going to search the top card cards for identity specific card, add it to your hand. Top 5. So I've got Dynamic Duo. Awesome picture. Love it. From the opening of the show. That'll let me get Robin. That's handy. What else do I get? Batmobile. Cool. I can't go past the Robin thing. So, alright, so that's the top 5 cards. So that's Alfred. Then I shuffle. Then I'm going to back cave. Draw a card. Okay. So let's use Dynamic Duo and Enhanced to play Precisely Robin. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. That's gone. And then I can look at the top card of the encounter deck. Look at the top card of the encounter. You may discard it. That's great. I love it. Yeah, I might as well. Because it would have been a boost card for 3. So you would have schemed for 5. So, no. Happy to get rid of that. Wow, I'm still going. I'm still going. I haven't actually finished. I could actually have kept Enhanced Awareness and used Ingenuity. I just didn't even think about it. So Ironheart's going to hit for 1? I mean, why not? Actually, you know what? He should have attacked. Say he attacked and then he flipped. Yeah, that's what it is. We'll do that. So that's everything taken care of. What an opening. What an insane opening. That's unbelievable. I love it. I love this shuffle the Nemesis in and draw 3 cards business. What a way to start the game. And this is great. This is very cool. Precisely Robin. The back computer confirms it, Robin. Our hunch was correct. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Look at the top card of this counter deck. You may discard it. It's great. So much utilities. It's so simple and yet so much utility. Alright, let's get 6 cards. Well, there's my other side scheme. Our dynamic ascent is a victory display. The first time each round a player removes the last threat from a scheme, they may draw 1 card. Okay. Up we go, old chum. Justice never takes the stairs. Damn right. When defeated, put the set aside Batman 66 environment into play. Batgirl to the rescue. Boff! Boff, baby! Oh, wait, did this thing have a thin on it? No, it doesn't have a boff or a thin on it. No, man. Batgirl to the rescue. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. Confuse that enemy. The Batusi! Oh, yeah. This is the card I was waiting for. Wiggle your body and attach this card to a non-elite minion. Attached minion cannot activate. Is it just me, or is the Batman cards a bit blurry? It is a bit blurry, right? That's not just me. I mean, that's clear, but this is actually blurry for some reason. Weird. Wonder why that is. Wiggle your body and attach this card to a non-elite minion. Attached minion cannot activate. I'm actually not going to do that. It fits this card. This is not a criticism against this card, because it fits it, right? But that whole do stuff, the Spider-Ham, Deadpool type, do something physical. Nah. I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm just not doing it. Not a fan, doesn't do it for me. But of course, it makes perfect sense. A dance as precise as the art of crime fighting itself. Love it. It's absolutely great. I'm going to get that into play ASAP. Attached minion cannot activate because they're too busy dancing. That's what it is. Too busy dancing. Alright, 1 threat on here. He schemes for 2 plus nothing. So 1, 2. Brilliant. Get an encounter card. And Masters of Mayhem. No attacks made this way. Search the deck for a Master of Evil. Alright, well, we're obviously going to grab Whirlpool, whatever his name is. Whirlwind, that's the one. And he comes. Shuffle the encounter deck. And then it's back to me, old chum. It's back to me. Well, I'm just going to just straight up just flip. Oh no, what am I doing? Let's do my alter ego stuff. Let's search the top 5 cards of your deck for via Alfred. What was I thinking? How silly. I got 2 to get. I got 2. Oh no, that's an energy card. There's only one. Bat Shark Repellent. The only one I've got. So let's grab that. And it is. Oh, it's got a buff on it too. Buff. Bat Shark Repellent. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. Is that Ulrid, the artist? I'm absolutely positive this is Ulrid. Is that how you pronounce his name? Ulrid? Remove 4 threat from a scheme. For non-elite minions engaged with you, read this card's flavor text in your best Batman voice to shuffle it into the encounter deck. Okay, well that I might do. I might do that. He's got a bit of thwarting happening, hasn't he? He's got the yeah, he's got that and the other the back computer one. Yeah, precisely Robin, right? So got a bit of thwarting happening. Alright, so now let's do Batcave. Draw a card. We get multitasking. Okay, I did shuffle after I searched, right? I did shuffle, right? Yeah, shuffle just in case. Okay, now, I don't need multitasking, so let's flip to Batman. How much threat have I got to deal with? 3. So let's use... Okay. Attack or thwart event. Well, really, I want to Batgirl, I want to Shark Repellent, and I want to Dynamic Ascent. How do I accomplish all these things? 5. So I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so I can do both. So let's put Dynamic Ascent into play. It's 3. Alright. So maybe I do want to multitask? No. My 2 multitasks are going to pay for Bat Shark Repellent. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. Boom. It's now in the victory display, so now I get its special ability. And I get the Batman 66 environment. Is that... I really should say what it's called. Instead of saying Batman 66 environment, it should say dynamic entrance. So you know for exactly that's what you're getting. Because that says Batcave. It doesn't say put the Bat 66 support into play. It says, so yeah, and I get that there's only one of them. I get that, but really it should just say what it says. Response: after a minion is play, deal one damage. Okay, cool. Man, he's got all the tricks. And then my thing from that is that if a non-elite minion is engaged with you, read this card's flavor text in your best Batman voice to shuffle it in the encounter deck. All right, I'm not going to be good, so let's see how it goes. Good thing I packed the Bat Shark Repellent. That sounded like John Wayne. That was just John Wayne. That was ridiculous. Good thing I packed the Bat Shark Repellent. Oh my god. That is the worst Adam West of all time. Joshy would be ashamed of me. What an absolute disgrace. But either way, I'm still doing it. He's getting shuffled back into the encounter deck. Now, that because that was a thwart card, and it had Boff on it, I get to do 1 threat from a scheme and deal 1 damage to an enemy. So 1 threat and deal 1 damage. Get to do both of them. Iron Heart is then going to... Actually, no, she can just stick around and block. Because I'm then going to, under surveillance, for justice and Bat Tootsie, Going to play... Did it say limit once per round? No, just whenever you do it. After you play an attack, remove one through a scheme. Then, okay, cool. Batgirl to the rescue! Deal 5 damage to an enemy. Confuse that enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Confused. It was an attack card, so I get to remove a threat, and it has buff on it, so I get to deal 1 damage. His economy is amazeballs. I mean, to be fair, I did have an... Oh, he's still got stuff to do. I'm going to attack. Actually, no. I'm going to thwart for 1. Actually, I think I thwart for 2, right? Actually, you know what? Before I do... Because if I thwart that last thing, it triggers this, right? First player gets to draw a card. So I will draw a card. What did I get? Miles. Okay. Alright. So I'll leave Beinhardt to block for me. Reset. Get some cards. What have I got? Dynamic Takedown. POW and buff. Do you get both? If that card has a POW or buff, deal 1 damage. Oh, okay. That's pretty sweet. If that had done both, that would have been OP. Dynamic Takedown. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Shuffle 1 Batman 66 card from a discard pile into your deck. A well-placed strike, old chum. Oh, jeez. Alright, 1 on here. He attacks. Ironheart defends. Ooh. He gets 2. He annihilates her for 5. But she takes it like a champ. Get an encounter card. It is Tiger Shark. Alright. Kill him before he does anything nasty to me. So, let's... first things first, let's first aid to play Clear the Area. Which will... Oh, after a minion ends to play, deal damage to it. Sweet. Got to deal with all these triggers. Clear the Area, which draws me a card, and because of Dynamic Ascent, I get to draw another card. Alright. There's Robin. Wait, I should have had Robin in my hand. Oh man, I missed the trigger from before. When I played that resource card, I should have had Robin in my hand. Oh man. Stuffed it up. What a... Oh, that sucks. Boy wonder, after Batman uses a basic power, ready Robin. Ooh. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, well let's kill Tiger Shark. So 4 Justice. Dynamic Takedown. And... Ingenuity is going to give me Miles. He's going to hit for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Batman's going to take him out. Bye, Tiger Shark. You suck. And then I'm going to flip. Oh wait, I cleared the area before. Actually, you know what? I cleared the area, so that means attack or thwart. Oh, I'll remove 1 threat from a scheme, not deal damage. It doesn't deal damage. If it was the deal damage one, that would have been sweet. Alright, so Miles hit. I'm going to flip to Bruce. After you change this form, remove a status card. Well, I don't have any. So that's fine. But while I'm in Bruce form, I'm going to search the top 5 cards. We're using Alfred. There's only 1. Bat Shield. Oh no, there's 2. There's 2. What have I got? Kapow. Awesome. Got a power on there, which is brilliant. Deal 4 damage to an enemy if you pay for the card using 2 different resources. So I'm stun that enemy. Oh, that's good. Bat Shield. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent all of that damage, then remove this card from the game and put the set aside Holy Cliffhanger upgrade into play. There it is. So it's not from a side scheme, this one. When a player will be defeated, set their high paint, change the item. Okay, alright, I get you. No, I'm going to put that one back in. I'm going to grab Kapow. Alright, so that's Alfred done. Then I'm going to draw a card. Wiccan, okay. Okay. Well, I can't Kapow now, so which is fine, because I don't need to anyway, because I'm in Alter Ego and he's confused, so he can't do anything. So I guess I will... I want a Robin. I mean, what's Batman without Robin? But I think I need to Wiccan. So I'm going to... Endurance and Robin to play Wiccan. Yeah, and he won't do anything right this second because there is nothing to do. I'll keep the Kapow. Ready. Get 5 cards. Okay, energy. Batarang. That's the card. That's 2C. That's the card that I replaced the other card with. Attached to a minion. Attacks against attached minion gain ranged. Attacks against attached minion gain range. When attached enemy is defeated, the player who defeated it draws 2 cards. That I chose that one because it's almost the same as, well, it's very similar to a card that my clown face character has, Bounty. So I was pretty excited about that. It's pretty cool. Bat Shield, there we go. I love that. That is just so cool, man. It's giving me all the feels. This hero, all the feels. One goes on there. He can't do anything because he's confused. We get an encounter card, and it is Shadow of the Past. Okay, that's interesting. Reveal your set aside items from me and put into play. Engage with you. They're no longer set aside. So what happens here? They're not set aside. Put into play. Engage. Reveal set aside nemesis and put into play. I can't reveal it. Shuffle the rest in there. If your nemesis does not enter the game this way, this card gains search. Okay, well, simple as that. The Masters of Evil! See, it would be different for Standard 3. Standard 3 says, go find your nemesis and put them into play. Whereas this says, reveal your set-aside nemesis. And they're no longer set aside. They're in the deck. So it's just whiffs. Which is fine. I mean, it's designed to have the whiff ability. If it needs to whiff, it needs to whiff. It's all good. 1, 2, 3. I actually think it's quite cool that you shuffle your nemesis in straight away. It's like, bugger this, just shove them straight away. And that's all the show's all about. Every episode, there's a nemesis showing up doing something. And the fact that you got 6 to choose from, it's great. Love it. When revealed, discard cards from your counter deck until the Master of Evil is discarded. Put them in play engaged with you. Okey-dokey. Nope. Nope. These are the Masters of Evil. There we go. Melt. Okay, when he comes into play, he gets a point of damage thanks to Dynamic Entrance. Alright, my turn. Let's Alfred. Search the 5 cards. There's only one, the Batmobile. Sweet. Which is pretty good considering there was only 5, so I get that. And then I'll Batcave to draw a card. It's multitasking. Now I'm going to flip. Alright, Wiccan's going to remove 1 and do 1 point of damage to Melter. And take a consequential. Okay, what else have I got? Actually, no. Yeah. Two different energy types. I like that. So you don't just automatically just use your doubles on it. That's pretty clever, actually. That's very clever. Let's say I actually did 1 off of there instead. So that means I can now multitask and do 2 and 2. So that clears that. I get a free card because of the side scheme that's in the victory display. Okay. Okay. 2 different resources. So if I use mental and physique to pay for Kapow, I do 4 points of damage. Wait, that was a thwart event. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. Okay, well there is nothing to remove anyway. So I'm doing Kapow. There's an attack event. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4. I use 2 different resources. So he flips to... He resets to stage 2. 18. And then becomes stunned. When revealed, search for the Immortal Claw that's in here. Immortal Claw. 3 gets plus 10 hit points, so that puts it to 28. Okay. Alright, okay. So, now, that was an attack event, and it has a power on it. So, it's an attack event, I get to remove 1 threat from a scheme, and I do damage to an enemy. So the damage to the enemy is going to be him, and I get to remove 1 threat from a scheme, which is you. Oh, no. You know what? Instead of using you for that, I'm going to use you for that. Mental Fist Kapow. Yeah, sweet. Okay, alright, what's next? Let's do... Let's attach Batarang to this guy. And then Miles will defeat him. So I get to draw 2 cards. It's the last 2. So I deck out. Get an encounter card for my troubles. But now I've got 2 cards. Okay. Alright. So let's Overwatch to clear the area. That's gone. Goes back to 18. I draw a card from clear the area, but not from the side scheme. Search the encounter deck for a side scheme. There's 14. Is there any more in there? Masters of Evil is gone. Immortal Claw is gone. How many are in here? Nemesis is gone. Arms Factory, Defense, Immortal, Masters. I don't think there's any left. I'm not going to risk it. I don't think there's any left. No. Okay. In that case then, I might just chuck the Batmobile out. So energy and clear the area will give me the Batmobile. I'm going to attack for 2. And then I'm going to Batmobile to ready. And then attack for 2 again. And get rid of that. Reset. And get some cards. Okay, there's my Batgirl one again, which is great. Okay, boom. He goes to attack me, but he can't because he's stunned. I get an encounter card. So I've got 2 encounter cards to deal with. The first one is Egghead. There's my minion. Comes into play. He gets a... I don't know why I was so excited for Egghead. But I was excited. Egghead, Criminal Elite. Insight 1. Ooh. Boom. And Patrol. After Egghead attacks you, place 1 threat on each scheme. My mind is simply too exceptional for you, Batman. I am enjoying this far too much. I don't know why. Anyway. Okay. All right. And the second one is... Oh, my obligation. Holy Exhaustion. What a cool picture. That is sick. Love it. Give to the Bruce Wayne player. Allies you control cannot ready. Okay. When revealed, exhaust each ally you control. Well, that makes sense. If no allies will exhaust away, this card can search. And then it's an alter ego action. Exhaust your identity. Remove holy exhaustion from the game. Okay. Love it. Okay. My turn. My turn. Well, I am going to flip down. So... Why did I save this card when I knew I couldn't use it? What was the point of that? That was dumb. That was very, very dumb. One... Oh, wait. Deal 5 damage to enemy, confuse that enemy. Oh, yeah, so he's got patrol, so I just can't... Yeah, right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3... is going to back yell to the rescue. Deal 5 damage, confuse the enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Confuse. That is a attack card with a buff on it. So that means I can trigger both of these. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. Deal 1 damage. Now, patrol just says that I can't thwart it. Right? Wait, let me just look that up. When a enemy patrol is engaged by player, that player cannot thwart the main scheme. Right, sweet. So, I can still do the remove 1 because of my ability, and I can still do the deal 1 damage. Right? Cool. Then, I'm going to kill him. Bye. Bye, kid. Sorry about that, bro. And then I'm going to ready. Then I'm going to flip. And then I'm going to exhaust so I can do this. Remove this from the game business. So that's out of there. Which means I can ready them, but not right this second. So while I'm in this form, I'll Alfred. Top 5 cards. For a Batman card. What have I got? The Boomerang. The Batarang. Oh, damn, if I had that just a second ago. What's the only one I've got? Batarang. Okay. Damn. Let's put that in my hand. There's the Batarang. And then... Oh, Batcave. Draw a card. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's bat Hang 10 then. So I don't need that. Don't need that. Let's put Bat Hang 10 in play. So I get my surf counters. Love it. Alright, well that's pretty much my turn, right? So boink. And get 6 cards. Alright. 1. He can't scheme because he's confused. Oh, I should have drawn a card from removing that threat, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Get an encounter card, and it is Armed Guard. Haven't seen one of these for a while. They're usually all I ever see. So it's good to see that guy. Alright, my turn. Let's Wiccan for 2. I'm just going to do it. Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah, okay. It's not an attack. So, straight on to you, my friend. Let's go to Batman. And... let's put the consequential on Wiccan. It's Batman to knock the tough off. Ready, and then Batman again. For 2. And then let's play first aid in one way or another to pay for dynamic takedown, which is deal 2 damage to an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. So threat, 2, and then shuffle. Oh no, it's attack. I can't do it to him. Put that back on there. Do the 2 to him. So he's gone. So he took a beating. Alright, so 2, shuffle a Batman 60s card from your discard pile into your deck. I guess I'll do Backyard to the rescue. I doesn't really know. Shuffle it back in. And then Miles will hit him for 2. And die. Oh, that's an attack and a thwart card, right? The card that I just played. Yeah, an attack and a thwart. And it has power and buff. So I'm going to do remove 1 threat, deal 1 damage. I've got no threat to remove, but I'll deal a point of damage. Why not? It's for free. And then I guess I'll for justice to put in endurance. Don't really need it. And then place a serve counter here. Alright. Got a serve counter there. I guess that's it. I don't really need this full justice, so I'll get rid of that. Get 5 cards. Thread on here. He activates. Wiccan's going to take it. Bye, Wiccan. So hits for 2, Wiccan dies, and I discard a random card from my hand. So random card. There you go, Wiccan dies. I could have just taken it. I mean, seriously. I've got 13 health. But you know what? I don't care. Screw that guy. And then I get an encounter card, and it is... He's Retaliate. Solid sound body business. Oof. Nasty. But that's alright. He's on 4 hit points. So I think I'm pretty much done, because I'm just going to attack for 2, take 1, retaliate, and ready, then attack for 2 and take no retaliate because he's dead. This dude is cool. That's victory, obviously. Yeah, this guy's cool. His economy is pretty damn amazing. There wasn't a single turn where I wasn't doing something. Different turns had different levels of action, but I was always doing something. And that's great. That's great. There was not a single wasted turn where I thought, oh, well, that was pretty crap. Not a single turn did I go, oh, that was a crap turn. It was less wow, but it was still something, right? It's just that's amazing. I don't think that I've had that for a while. Let's grab these cards. Now, obviously, I don't think there's any doubles. Precisely, dynamic takedown. There is not a single double here. That's amazing. I mean, usually it's the standard, you know, 2 attacks, 2 defense, 2 thwart, blah, blah, blah. But no, these are all different, every single one of them. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to get this counter off here so I can have a look at it. So, first off, the hero ability, yeah, it's essentially just Gamora, right? But it's done in a quite interesting way. I just wish there was more power and boff, and I wouldn't have any cards that have both, because it's kind of confusing, right? And this is very clearly there's a power, boom, you activate his power ability. But this one's got both of them, and so the natural question is, of course, well, do I do it twice now? Now, I don't think you do. If that card has a power or boss sound effect and it deal 1 damage to an enemy, it does say or. If that card has a power or buff sound, it doesn't say and buff sound. Because if it said and, it would have to have both for every single card that you wanted to trigger it on, which obviously it doesn't have. The or, to me, says that you only do it the once, but it's still, there's a question that should never really need to be asked. So, just for clarity, I would get rid of the boff. Dipson's on. I'm a fan of this hero. It's just too fun. You are so right, man. You are so right, my friend. It was so fun. So yeah, so advice number 1 to me would be to get rid of either one, the power or the boff, just to make it very clear, because it's power, boff. There's a bonk on here. I don't. Do you need a bonk? Is it just going to confuse the power buff business? But anyway, boff. And then you got zoink or zlonk, whatever it is. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, so there's that. But the actual concept itself of what it does, great. Love it. 122, perfectly fine for me. Makes perfect sense. Artwork's great. The setup thing, I think, is very interesting. Shuffle your Nemesis set into your encounter deck. I like it a lot. I really like it a lot. It's the initial... The idea is Shadow of the Past, right? So standard 1 with the Shadow of the Past. You may never see it, right? Which means you may never even see the Nemesis at all, ever. And most of the time that's a good thing, right? Because the Nemesis suck. But sometimes the experience is not quite the same. And so then they did standard 2, which no one plays. And then they did standard 3, which has the interesting ticking clock mechanic, right? I mean, you're eventually going to see a Nemesis at some point, right? Which I think is amazing. Standard 3 is the way everybody should play. And then but then you've got this, which I think is amazing. It's you put your Nemesis in there. You still may not get it. It may come up as a boost card or something, right? So you still may not ever see them. But at least it's there. I think it's the great halfway point between standard 1 and standard 3. And then you get 3 cards as your reward for doing so. Yeah. I think it's great. The actual cards themselves, they of course look beautiful. Yeah, they just look amazing. Artwork is awesome. Let me just put this down here for a second because I want to come back to this one. So these are the cards that you get given to you for free once you do the side schemes. I think that's a pretty interesting sort of situation, right? So you do your side schemes, you get rewards. I think that comes from like Cable, maybe. I'd be Cable fan. But the whole idea of doing the side schemes and then getting your linked reward cards, I think is pretty cool. And they're not ridiculously powerful. After a minion enters play, deal 1 damage to it. Sweet. Batcave, you get to choose. Heal 2 damage or draw a card. No worries. Any player can trigger this. Awesome. They're not insane. And you still have to clear the side schemes in order to get them. And the side schemes themselves give you an ability. Great. It's awesome. And the pictures are great. Love it. The artwork. Amazing. So yeah, so cool. Bat Shark Repellent. Awesome. Remove 4 threat. Get rid of an elite minion. Great. Dynamic Dero. It's the best art in the game because it's from the opening from the show itself. Awesome. Unfortunately, I missed the trigger that says that go get Robin. Damn it. But there he is. There's Robin. Robin's pretty standard. After Batman use basic power, ready. That's, it is what it is. Precisely Robin. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just the simple economy of this card. Love it. And I'm probably going to steal it at some point. Batmobile, yep. Well, the fact is the Batmobile and it readies you. Brilliant. And then another player can do it as well because they're like along for the ride. I really like that. That's very, very cool. Yeah. Love it. An alternative to that, to me, would be to ready Robin. So exhaust your Batmobile, ready your identity. because everything before the arrow has to happen. Everything after the arrow could happen, right? So exhaust the Batmobile, must, and then ready your identity and Robin if you control him. If you have Robin in play, ready him as well. That'd be pretty cool. Because you may or may not ever have him. But maybe too many lines to the card, maybe. Sort of clubs up the card a bit. Bat Hang 10, didn't really use it. Only used it right at the very end there, so didn't really get to it. Yeah, I don't know. The artwork's obviously amazing. The fact that the waves go in under the card is great. I have nothing really so much to say about that. Bat Shield, yep, great. And the whole once it's used, you then go and get another card and put that in as well, which then sets it when it creates the whole reset your character thing. Brilliant, absolutely love it. Very on theme, very on theme. Dynamic takedown, very cool. The Batarang thing, again, I mentioned this earlier in the thing, very cool, very similar to a card I've got as well, so obviously great minds think alike. Kapow, brilliant, love it. Again, the economy. Alfred, awesome. I mean, you'd be mad not to put him in there, just absolutely mad. And Batgirl to the rescue, also great, love it. Is that Poison Ivy she's kicking? That's the most masculine looking Poison Ivy I've ever seen. Another great one. Then about 3. Maybe make it 2 and just say deal 4 damage and then confuse the enemy, maybe? Maybe. Now this one, I'm not sure about this one. I need to think about this one because I don't know. I'm not sure about this. I mean, it's the Batusi, right? So you need to have it. It needs to be there. And of course, the artwork is amazing. And thematically, it makes perfect sense. I'm not doing the wiggle your body business, but attach this card to a non-elite minion. Attached minion cannot activate. Now, okay, but if it's a non-elite minion, you're just going to kill it. You're not going to just incapacitate it. I'm not sure about this card. Like, I'll never use it because I'd rather just kill them off. I mean, why would I need this? I mean, it's non-elite, right? So you can't use it on the really horrible ones like the Sleeper and, stuff like that, right? So, or even the Masters of Evil themselves, right? So they're all elites, right? All the Masters of Evil are elite. Sure of it. There he is. There you go. Look at this asshole. Elite. So if it wasn't non-elite, if it was elites as well, I'd say, yep, no worries. Because then if I could incapacitate Radioactive Man, I mean, he costs 7, right? Maybe I just don't have the ability to do 7 points of damage yet. Okay, cool. Back to see him. He's too busy dancing. Great. But because it says non-elite, I'll never use it. Because non-elites, I'll just kill them. There's no reason why I wouldn't kill them. Especially if I've got the Batmobile, I can hit 4. I'm playing aggression, I put combat training. I'm now doing 6. I mean, that's almost enough to kill him anyway. Yeah, so I would either drastically reduce the cost of this to 1 or 0, to a similar sort of deal to this, or remove the non-elite thing, and still reduce the cost. I would make it 1 and be able to affect minions, elite minions. Maybe. Or maybe 2 and elite minions. Yeah, 2 elite. Yeah, leave it at 2, but make it elite minions. Maybe. I don't know. This is the only card that I'm kind of questioning. I don't really see the use of. But everything else, the fact that there's not a single double in here is amazing. And just the simple, I mean, this is great. This is great. This is great. I mean, those 3 alone. If I just had 2 copies of each of those, I mean, bloody hell. I was almost unstoppable just as I was. But I applaud, don't do that though, don't do that. I applaud the fact that they're all different. They all do something, and they all do something well. It's just, this is really, really cool. I'm so glad I did this. I was a bit hesitant because I had to make my own deck, and I was like, wasn't feeling the greatest. Like, what should I do? But then I was like, dude, this character is just screaming out for you to play this guy. So I'm so glad I did. So Super TNT, he did it. Great job. It looks amazing. Yeah, you should be proud. Great work. If you're at all interested in Super TNT's work or any other custom type content, please check out the MC custom community. MC4 is it called? Because MCCC. Marvel Champions Custom Content Community. There you go. Yeah, great people on there, like Dipson, who showed up here, and Kaj, and myself are all members of this community, and they make some great stuff. If there's a character that doesn't exist in the main game yet, and you want to play them, I can almost guarantee they exist in the custom community. I would be pretty shocked if they didn't. And if they don't, then they could be possibly being made at right now. Probably someone making them right in a second. So come check out the community. Really appreciate it. Super TNT, you do great work. Dude. Really, really well done. Thanks everybody. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that sort of stuff. As always, if you can, tell the people that you love them as often as you can, because you never know when you won't be able to. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.